This is a collective message for the big ahead from your angels. I'm hearing Bad Luck by No Con, and I'm also hearing Bad News Bears and like Mama Bear energy. So, what I'm really getting from that is like, one, your angels are very protective of you at this time. It's like you feel like you're bad luck. You feel like this was all for nothing, like this the entirety of this year, right? I'm getting the feeling that a lot of you are very anxious that we are now in the middle of November, and it kind of feels like nothing has really changed throughout the year, but you don't understand that you've changed internally. And so of course you feel like you're bad luck because you're measuring your transformation and the validity of that and the necessity of that based off of what is going on externally around you. But you have to realize that we're all in the year of 9. We're all shifting. We're all shedding our skin. So like things around us are also shedding and going to start looking differently as next year comes around. It's just the space that we're in right now. But your angels want you to know that what you think is bad luck is actually the land of milk and honey, right? Like heavy rainbow energy right now. Just that this joy, this abundance, this like success and this prosperity that you are looking for, it's already here, it's around you. It's not even that you have to like look for it. It's just understanding that things aren't always as they seem, right? A big message for the past like 4 months or so, there's been like an undercurrent of especially within my own messages of the line from which is where we place the theme song, everything's not what it seems. Everything is not what it seems. Right? Like because you're between worlds, you're in this like between space, right? I'm also hearing technicolor, right? Because you're going from like grayish to like vibrant, bright, like bluey, tealy, like whatever, right? Going from like a storm to like what looks like probably a land of like tropical sunshine and paradise, right? Like the land of milk and honey again. But you're between worlds, so you can't see that. And you're meant to be between worlds because you're not meant to see the change in the wind that's like happening at this time, specifically like the rest of the month of November and leading into December, how things are going to start to change, right? Like things are going to start like kind of rushing in for you in ways that you did not expect. And it's all happening now because even though you kind of feel like you're bad luck, you've stayed committed, you've stayed faithful to what it is that you believe is like possible in your own life, what it is that you know that you're working towards, even when sometimes you didn't necessarily know what you were working towards. You stay committed to a higher power, and you have throughout this entire year. What you also don't realize is most of the point of this year, of this liminal space, was for you to strengthen your connection to your higher power so that you can see that your land of milk and honey looks vastly different from what the majority of people would think, right? The masses would think that is. And so it was for you to strengthen that relationship, strengthen that bond, for you to strip down to the rawness of you and be able to see what it is that you actually need and want, what it is that like how you resonate with the law of attraction. And you had to like really like be alone and like shed. You had to kind of think that you were bad luck a bit, because we make our own luck. That's the thing. We make our own luck. And so yeah, you're thinking that you're bad luck right now, but it's because your 3D mind hasn't caught up to everything that has happened this entire year, every plan that has fallen through, every person that has left your life, every argument, every sidetrack, all of it has been a part of your path, has been to help strengthen you within you and with your higher power, so that you could understand what it is that you actually want to attract and what it is that you are attracting at this time. You had to become ready, right? Like we say that you set out intentions and you make manifestations, and then it feels like things start to go to shit. It was like, no, things aren't going to shit. It's that you're now being like welded into the person that can actually manifest those dreams, right? That's the pre part of it. And so you were just getting to that point. So that's something to remember this week, because I'm just getting the feeling that a lot of people are very down about not even like the state of the world, like the state of their own lives, right? It's easy to just be like, okay, well, this is what's going on globally, and that's whatever. It's another thing to understand personally in my own life, this is what's happening. This is what I thought was happening, and nothing is as it seems. Nothing is as I would have wanted it to be, and kind of getting lost in that feeling. And when you get lost, just anchor into the continuing knowing that you are between worlds, but also that while you're, because it's so paradoxical, I think. It's like you're between worlds, but you're also there, right? Do you get what I'm saying? You're here, right? Treasure Island, like you are in resonance with the law of attraction. You are attracting everything that it is that you actually need and want as you're between worlds, because as you continue to attract more of this, as you continue to learn to vibrate here, learn to vibrate in resonance with here, you more and more shift from this space to this space. You get what I'm saying, right? It's like that is the change in the wind. It is your belief in the higher power. I hope that's making sense. It's clicking in my head. It's clicking in my head. It's like a belief in greater than yourself, and not necessarily as in like an all-knowing, omnipotent, like God or whatever. It's just that it's like the foundations of co-creating. You're leaning more into that, and it just looks vastly different than how you thought, and the work there is vastly different than how you thought. It's a lot more mental. It's a lot more mental, and it's a lot more resting than you probably thought. And so that's why this like pause and everything makes you feel like you're bad luck, as you are literally, yes, the giving and the receiving, equal give and take. You are like teeter-totter, like the swing. Both, it's like you, the universe, and you're like balancing out, and that's what's happening, and that is what's leading you to your new life. Anyway, I hope that made sense. Yeah, something to keep in mind. And it's so important for you to see the lessons and what it is that you've been working towards, what it is that you've been building with spirit, how you've been in resonance by understanding that you're already there, but also respecting that you're still also in that liminal space because of what comes next, because of how you're being guided to moving forward within your interpersonal relationships, and how you're being guided to step up there. So just something to keep in mind. Mercury retrograde, when it comes to their interpersonal relationships, specifically their romantic relationships, but this week especially, as Mercury regresses back into Scorpio, I believe it does that on the 20th. It's like in a couple days. This time, like, don't look at this time as something that's trying to ruin your relationships, set you apart from different people or another. Look at this time as the building blocks period, right? Laying the foundations for all that like is new to come. Everything that you've been working towards thus far has been laying the foundations. What you do moving forward is laying the foundations. You're attracting new people in your life more in resonance with you. You are strengthening the bonds that you do have with other people, even if it doesn't seem like it. And so as you are keeping in mind the theme of like building blocks this week, just like also the rest of Mercury retrograde, and retrograde's almost over. We're like halfway through. Okay, you got this. You need to like take on the vision take on the vision of a bee. Bees are very communal. They work together. You know, they make honey and all of that, right? So it's community sweetness. You get more bees with honey than vinegar, right? Go about life like in this sweetness way. Try to find connection and compromise with people. Try to find the common ground, right? To help you to continue to lay those strong foundations. Whether or not that person stays in your life or not, there's always something to learn, to gain from that. And be a leader. Be a leader moving forward. Passionate leader, expressive, right? Carnelian's very, it's like very, like it's an attracting sort of crystal, but it's also good for enhancing your creativity, enhancing just really like sparking your life force, infusing your life force with like extra like passion, extra like flame, right? You could be called to work with fire a lot more this week specifically, even though we are moving. I'm pretty sure there's still a grand water trine going on. You're still being called to work a little bit more with like fire, the fire within you, and just, you know, the fire that is infused within all of us, that tends to all of us, that strengthens all of us, you know, all the things, right? But just be a leader in your spaces. Be a leader in the foundations that you're building. Don't wait for someone else to build it. Don't wait for someone else to call it out. Don't wait for someone else to make that move, have that conversation, express how they feel, what have you. You do it first. You have the, you have that force within you, right? That dog in you to take that step. And you understand that someone has to do it. Someone's got to be queen bee. So why not let it be you? Because it's within you. It's not on you, it's in you. It's the essence of that, right? Like this is what has been strengthened within you, the roots of who you are. And who you are a communal person, right? Like very communal, but you know how to lead. And that's the best type of leader. Those who don't just seek to like lord over you, my way or the highway. Those who are leaders in that they are more collaborative than dictatorial. And so that's like, that is the roots within you. That is what's growing within you. But also understand that you are this headstrong, this passionate person, and there's nothing wrong with that. And it's also beautiful to lean into that. That's the foundation that you've been building, because you've been doing it from a sense of courage, right? Building your own power within you, so that you can help in turn with your other relationships help build power within them as well. Help them see the power that is within them. That is your guiding force, your guiding light as a leader, to empower other people just as you've empowered yourself, because you have that in you, because you've done it. You've laid the foundations of that. So there's no more criticizing yourself. There's no more allowing other people to criticize themselves. Also, that's just pretty like ick energy. You wouldn't want that around you anyway. So it's just really understanding where it is that you are, where it is that you're going, accepting things for how they have been, and understanding that through community, all things can change. Through having the courage, the willpower, all things can change, including how you view yourself, and in turn, how others view you, right? And just remaining receptive to that, and remaining receptive to the rebirth that's still taking place, within you, and then within your other relationships. You can lead and also be a leader from a very feminine standpoint. Again, it's more collaborative in nature. You are open to receive what comes from other people. You're not pushing other people to be who it is that you want them to be. You're not crafting some mold for them to step into. You are creating space. You're allowing what wants to flow in. And there is a quiet, beautiful sort of strength and leadership within that style of guiding. And you just have to see the beauty within that. And that requires you to see the beauty within your own roots, because that's who you are. You're not someone who is tyrannical. You're not. You're soft. You're loving. You are receptive. You're collaborative. You're communal. And just because you rely on other people, allow other people to voice their needs, speak their needs, whatever, just because you make space for that doesn't mean that you don't on your own and couldn't on your own lead successfully. The thing here, the beauty here is that you understand that you don't have to, right? Very much lioness energy. A lioness can do it all on her own. She just doesn't have to. So she's not going to waste her energy doing that because she has nothing to prove. Anyway, I hope that made sense. Something to carry with you for the rest of the week. So yeah, I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.